We know Sacramento area has a lot of immigrants and refugee communities.
And ABC 10's Becca Habegger has a closer look tonight at what this all means for the local area.
On the steps of the California Capitol Tuesday morning, the annual Immigrant Day of Action brought together advocates and those who have been through the process themselves.
I'm here to show that our lives do matter.
Jose Hernandez is a legal permanent resident whose parents brought him from Mexico to the U.S. when he was 3.
They're escaping poverty, violence, and oppression. So they wanted a better future for us to get a better education here in America.
He and others here are watching to see what will happen once Title 42 expires, when the U.S. will no longer be able to cite COVID protections as a reason for expelling migrants before they have an opportunity to apply for asylum.
There's already a lot of anxiety about, is this going to increase exponentially border crossings, right? And what is the administration going to do about it? From the advocacy side, our position on this is the right to asylum is a right. It is protected under international law.
In place of Title 42, the Biden administration is enacting other policies it hopes will deter people from coming to the border. For example, a new rule requires migrants at the southern border to first apply for asylum in a country they travel through on their way to the U.S. If they don't, the U.S. will deny them asylum here. Critics point out that severely limits who will be allowed in and favors Mexican migrants over other Latin American migrants, since Mexicans don't pass through another country to get to the U.S. border. Federal officials argue they had to do something, as they expected illegal border crossings to climb to as many as 13,000 per day if Title 42 ended with no extra rules in place. Also, the Biden administration is asking migrants to use the CBP One app, which allows migrants to make an appointment in a U.S. point of entry instead of presenting themselves at the border. But critics say the rollout has been clunky, and the few appointments get snapped up almost immediately.
And here's the deal. This does not just impact people coming from Central America. The Sacramento region, for example, is home to a big population of Afghan refugees, among others. The ending of Title 42 and possible confusion it brings about what comes next impacts anyone coming to the U.S. seeking asylum. And so coming up tonight at 6, we'll take you to the border. And ABC 10's race and culture reporter Candace Redd has a look at how local organizations are preparing to help migrants here in Northern California.